Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to 5 Minutes with Gray Hair Dave. My name's Dave. Yeah, I got gray hair, and yes, I have a gray beard. I do wear glasses, and today I am wearing the green t shirt, the product of this podcast. Anyway, welcome back, folks. Welcome back. Welcome to episode number 62. I had forgot to mention on Monday, which yesterday, it was also April Fool's Day. My uncle LG was born on April Fool's Day. He was quite the card. He really was. He really, really was. Also on Easter, it was Easter on Sunday for us here in the United States, or for those of us around the world who celebrate Easter. And per usual, I got phone calls from my brothers. My brother, big brother Paul, called to wish me a happy birthday, and then yesterday my brother Tim gave me a belated day happy birthday call for Easter. For those of you who don't know me, I was born on Easter. Now, Easter isn't always the 31st of March. It moves every year. It's different. It's the third Sunday after the first full moon in March. Somebody explained it yesterday, and I don't get it. It doesn't matter. I was born on April 21st. My brothers, unfortunately, had to wait for their Easter baskets and all the fun Easter stuff until the next day because little brother Dave came into the world on Easter. So they always call me on my actual birthday, which is Easter. And it's become a tradition, and a tradition I honestly look forward to every year. I love my brothers. I love them to death. I am blessed to have two great brothers who have great families and have great minds. And they're both smart as whips as can be. And I've learned a lot from them over the years. And I hate to say this, but I do aspire to be as good as they are as people. They are a great benchmark in my mind. And everybody should have brothers as good as these two guys. I really firmly believe it. If there's a problem, I call them and they're there. I haven't talked about this either yet, folks, but a few years ago, I had been diagnosed with cancer. And if any of you have ever been diagnosed with cancer, or a loved one has been diagnosed with cancer, you know as well as I do that your family is also involved in this diagnosis. Both my parents had cancer, and we were all involved in that. And I'll talk about that another day. I keep saying I'm going to talk about other things another day, but to talk about that situation is a longer conversation. So, I don't know, again, if you've ever been diagnosed with cancer, the doctor says that you have cancer, and your brain goes dumb and numb. So if you're ever going to doctors about such things as, test results, do yourself a favor, take a loved one with you, or take somebody who you really care about, or somebody who really cares about you, because they're the ones that are going to remember what the doctor says after the word, you have cancer. Because I had somebody with me. I'm extremely thankful to that person. She helped me through this whole thing, and it was a blessing for her to be there at that time. And I think that's why she was put in my life, for that reason right there, right then. Because she was able to help me through this and understand this, because I didn't drive home from that doctor's appointment, I'll tell you that. But to get back to what I was saying, two of the hardest phone calls I ever had to make were to my brothers because I figured I, I I thought they deserved to know, and I knew that I was going to need their help, not financially, not physically, but emotionally. Because the three of us all went through it with my parents. We did. We got pretty close then, and I firmly believe without them, I couldn't have got through that. But let me tell you this: they came through for me. Anytime I called, they were there. My brothers, as well as my sister-in-laws. I had a down day where I needed to talk to somebody. They were there. My brother Tim and I became very, very, very close because of prayer and because of thoughts of God. And I didn't know if I was going to make it through this. It wasn't terrible cancer, folks. And by the way, just so you all know, I'm cancer-free for the last 5 years. And with the kind of cancer that I had, they don't believe it's going to go any further. It's never going to come back. Or, it just won't. So I'm cured, basically. Yay. Of course, there were side effects because of that, but that's, of course, what you have to deal with. And once you know it, a few years later, they come out with a pill that helps instead of surgery, right? Yeah. Just my luck, a couple days late and a couple dollars short. But anyway, the reason I was saying all this is because your family is very, very important. It's important to me for many reasons, but one of the reasons, too, for me is I live in Florida. They live up in Michigan. All right. I have one niece down here, and she's a very, very busy girl, very, very smart girl, but she's a very busy girl, and we don't get to see each other hardly ever, and that's okay. I see her more than I used to. But we, as family, we separate when we get older. I mean, you get married, you have families, you have extended families with in-laws, and then you, like most great people, have kids. I wasn't blessed with that. But, so then their lives changed, and they were important to me, and I'm not saying that I wasn't important to them, but I'm just saying that the front seat that I may have had for years and years is now a back seat. It's still a seat, but it's not as big a seat. And it's the nature of things. It's the way you're supposed to evolve and grow and have your own family. As God said, go and multiply. Well, I couldn't multiply, but I live vicariously through my nieces and nephews. So Facebook is important to me. So is Instagram, because I see what's going on in their lives. So that is the greatest thing for me. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about that today and let you know that my brothers are the biggest part of my life. They're the only direct family that I have. I've got, both parents are gone, and at my age, they probably wouldn't want to be around anyways, they'd be in their 90s, and that's pushing 100. That's a long time to be. But anyways, folks, enough about that. That's a little bit more about gray-haired Dave. I won't get into the rest of the things we normally talk about, or I normally talk about. This went a little long, talking about brothers and Easter baskets missed and cancer and stuff like that. But I tell you what, cherish your siblings, cherish your parents if they're still around. And if you're not a baby boomer and you're a Gen Z, Y, X, whatever they are out there, cherish your parents and your brothers and sisters. Because someday that's all you're going to have left is brothers and sisters. I feel for people who are only children, because when your parents are gone, your family's pretty well gone. So on a higher note today, folks, it's gorgeous down here in Florida. Come on down and visit us all. Everybody else seems to be, because it's, that time of year here at the magical world of Central Florida down here in Orlando. So I guess you get a clue of what I'm talking about here, about the mouse and Universal and SeaWorld. But hey, come on down. Weather's fine. So don't forget, folks, go to my website, leave me a note. Tell me what you think. Tell me what's going on in your life. You can leave me a message via voicemail through the little microphone in the bottom right-hand corner of any page of the website. Or you can go to contact me and leave me a little message. Or it's on every page too, contact me. 5 Minutes with Gray Hair Dave. That's the number 5. minuteswithgrayhairdave.com. Don't forget to tell your friends about us, folks. Don't forget to tell your friends about this wonderful podcast that has 100 episodes called Poetry of Christian Faith. Or it was also originally called Living in God's Ride. So where two brothers talk about Christianity and poetry, and we have a lot of fun, and we make you think. So check that out too. The link will be in the show notes. So from Gray Hair Dave, don't forget to tell your friends if they don't know how to do a podcast or how to listen to a podcast. Do me a favor. Show them how, okay? Gray Hair Dave saying bye-bye.